This video is brought to you by 3, bringing you 4G at no extra cost.
Hey guys, Jordan here with BTech Daily, your daily mobile tech news roundup. It's day 3 of IFA 2014, which means the last few companies are announcing their wares at the show. Motorola updated the Moto X and Moto G with 2014 editions. Alcatel has also had some stuff to show off with a tablet, a smartphone and a smartwatch. Lenovo unwrapped its first 64-bit handset, and Doro simplifies Android on the Liberto 820. But first, Motorola has announced 4 new devices over at IFA in Berlin, one of which we already knew quite a bit about. The Moto X and the Moto G have both been updated with new features and new specs. The Moto X has gained a 2.5 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon 801 processor and a ring flash, while the Moto G has had a screen increase to 5.2 inches and gained an extra SIM card slot, to make it one of the first devices to be available widely in the UK with dual SIM capability. Unfortunately, the new Moto G will not have 4G, so you'll have to buy the old version if that interests you, although there is good news for the Moto X. Motorola has officially announced that Moto Maker will launch in the UK, allowing you to customize your Moto X with everything from a leather back panel to customized wallpaper before you even get the phone. Whilst this isn't exactly new for the Moto X, it's the first time it's been available in the UK, so it's something you could get a little excited about. Unfortunately, you won't be able to buy any cases from the Moto Maker store to start off with, but Motorola has promised that it's working to fix that. While Motorola's smartphone update feels a little like a simple refresh, the Moto Hint looks quite cool. Motorola claims that it's the smallest Bluetooth headset in the world, and it certainly looks it given it's just a bud that goes into your ear. You'll get around 3 to 4 hours of battery life on one charge, although the charger allows you an extra 2 charges without having to charge the charger. That means you've got at least 10 hours before you'll have to put the phone to your ear again. The final product Motorola had to show is something that's not entirely new, and that's the Moto 360. The Android Wear smartwatch was one of the first we had seen with a rounded display and was announced alongside Android Wear itself. Motorola has now given a firm release date and pricing, with the Moto 360 going on sale in early October for £199. The Moto G will also go on sale in October with prices starting at £144.99, while the Moto X will be available on Amazon later this month with pricing starting at £419.99. While Moto 360 launched the first rounded smartwatch we had ever seen, it's certainly not the only company to show one off at IFA 2014. Alcatel also had a smartwatch to show, although unlike most other watches shown at IFA 2014, Alcatel's doesn't run Android Wear. While that certainly may sound odd, Alcatel claims that its interface uses less battery than Google's, and believes that it doesn't need Android Wear to do most of the things Android Wear does. Alcatel's smartwatch will still be able to receive notifications, change your watch face, control your music, take pictures using your smartphone's camera, and even read your pulse thanks to its optical heart rate monitor. Also on the agenda for Alcatel at IFA was the One Touch Hero 2, a 6-inch affordable smartphone costing just €350. For that amount of money, you might not be expecting to see a 1080p display or octa-core processor, but they're both included. You'll even get what Alcatel claims is a DSLR quality camera to the rear, although we must say we remain skeptical that the 13.1 megapixel snapper can even compete with a compact camera, let alone a DSLR. We're not sure what the downside is to the Hero 2, you get a stylus, LT and everything you'd expect from a flagship at a fraction of the cost. Lenovo is also in the business of making affordable smartphones with impressive tech inside, and that's exactly what they unveiled at IFA 2014 with the Vibe Z2. Inside you'll find a 1.4 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon 410 processor, which may not be octa-core like the HTC Desire 820s, but still has 64-bit architecture. On the outside you'll notice the brushed metal design as well as a 5.2-inch display, although you may be a little disappointed by the 720p resolution. The Lenovo Vibe Z2 won't be making its way to the UK anytime soon, and likely never will, given Lenovo's track record. If you're based in China, however, expect to see the Z2 next month at a price of around $429. If all these phones sound a little too complicated for you, or you're after a smartphone for a senior, then Doro's Liberto 820 might be the phone to go for. Doro is infamous for simplifying the world of smartphones, but the company is taking aim at Android by bringing a smartphone experience to a new generation of people, by making it easier. The Doro Liberto 820 runs Android 4.4 KitKat, allowing you to access thousands of apps on the Google Play Store. Every app can be accessed from the multiple home screens, as these have been repurposed to act as the app tray, displaying large icons for every app to enable easy viewing and access. The phone itself comes equipped with a 4.5-inch display and is a rather chunky affair. The Doro Liberto 820 will go on sale towards the end of September, but don't expect it to be a bargain. The retail price for the 820 is £250, much more than your average basic smartphone. Finally, be sure to check out our playlist for IFA 2014. With tons of hands-ons from Berlin, you're sure to find something to tickle your fancy. That's it from me on BTech Daily. If you enjoyed the show, click that like button. Check back on Monday for another daily news roundup, and subscribe for all the latest from BTech.